month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month. Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month. The Game Boy, the Xbox, the PlayStation 4. Gotta press pause cause your mom's at my door. Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month. We game all month, give out points and sorts. Better look out, it's another switch port. Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month. Beat of the month.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Beat of the Month podcast. This is episode 9, and we're doing a deep dive on the game Among Us. And my crewmates with me tonight are Emil.
Yo, what's up?
Melvin.
What's good?
Muff.
I like what you did there.
Moose.
I thought you were going to go in alphabetical order at first. Yo.
And Darkside.
Darkside!
All right, one of these guys is the imposter, and at the end of tonight's podcast, you'll find out who that is. So we are all here to talk about the game Among Us. So a little backstory of the game, released June 15th, 2018. And I don't think anybody here would have played it anywhere near
Oh,
there.
dude, I was a day one. I was a day one guy.
I beta tested that thing, man.
So this game came, and as far as I know, had very little user base until July of 2020. There was a Twitch streamer called Soda Poppin', and he played the game and made it popular. Anybody know who Soda Poppin' is?
No.
He was in
I
Mike
could never
Tyson's
beat
Punch-Out.
Soda Popinski at all.
Yeah.
Who
You
is this
couldn't
guy?
beat Soda Popinski?
I
He
could
drank
not
that
beat Soda
sodas.
Popinski. He drank that soda and whipped my ass.
He had the mustache.
Man. Yeah, so Soda Poppin', Twitch streamer, maybe the young kids know who that is. I guess he played it on Twitch, and then at that point it blew up. And I started noticing this game when it was popping up on like Reddit posts all over the place with people posting like memes and stuff. How did you guys hear about this game?
You guys told me to play it. That's
Yeah,
how I heard
you
about
guys.
I keep my ear to the streets, man.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as Melvin. Like I keep my ear to the streets, and I heard it through the grapevine. You know, streets on the or grapevines on the streets. You know.
I found it up on the Pinterest. And I seen these little colored figures run around doing these little things. I'm like, where are all these memes with these colored little characters? Then they were like half-bodied Teletubbies. I'm like, what are these people doing? And then I finally did a search and found it, and so I was like, all right, I'll try it. It's free. I like free. And I play it every night ever since.
I remember that, Muff. You told me you were looking for an apple cranberry muffin recipe on Pinterest, and then you found this.
Apple cranberry blumpkin is what I was looking for. on
That's
Pinterest.
right. I stand corrected. Thank you.
So this game can be played on mobile for free, and then it can be played on Steam. I believe those are the only two platforms it's on. Has anybody played it on Steam, or is everybody playing the free mobile version?
Mobiles.
Mobile.
Yeah, I'm a free guy.
Free.
Yeah, how much is the Steam version?
Free to
I think it's
people.
$5. I think it's $5.
$5.
It's $5. There's no ads, and then you get like most, or if not all, of the costumes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
$5. Yeah.
So a little overview of what this game is. So there's a bunch of people on a spaceship, and there's crewmates, and then there's someone's the imposter. And as you're playing the game, you don't know who the imposter is, and then it's the crewmates' mission, ideally, to do all these mini games. And then while they're doing the mini games, they have to try and avoid getting killed by who they may think the imposter is. And then you can call a meeting if you see a dead body, or you report an emergency meeting, and then you can try and convince other people who the imposter is. And then whoever gets the most votes during that meeting get ejected from the spaceship. If the crewmates eject all the imposters, then they win. If the imposter kills all the crewmates or most of the crewmates, then they win. In your guys' experience, and I know we've talked about this already, but the mini games almost have no impact. Like they're almost just like filler for you to do something, because you never win doing the mini games.
What
Yeah,
they
very
can
rarely.
do is there's some where if you're watching somebody do the task, you could actually see it. Like in Medbay, they scan themselves and you get to actually see that. And so if you see somebody do that, you know, okay, that person's clear. They're definitely not the imposter. So the ones like that will help. But the other ones really don't matter.
And is there a
you can't win
setting
from doing
in the game
tasks.
to like hide whether or not you can view the task? Like, isn't there a setting you can change to
Yep.
where when they're doing that scan, like you can't see it no matter what, so that kind of would hide who's an actual crewmate?
Yeah, there's settings to where the different tasks, like the bar up at the top, you can like not see any progress on it at all, so you don't know if people are faking tasks or not. There's also settings like when you go to vote, instead of seeing what color voted for who, it's all like that last game we just played. It's just all anonymous. You don't know who's voting for who, so you can play with the little settings, and it actually helps mix it up a bit instead of the same old stale things.
And Muff, you're the one that's normally doing the hosting. What kind of custom settings do you like? I know you turn normally when you kill somebody as the imposter, there's a cooldown of like 45 seconds, but you can make that a lot shorter so the imposters have an easier time to kill people. Do you tweak any of the other default settings when you play?
I make sure that the kill cooldown is the absolute lowest, where it's 10 seconds. And here's the why. So if you think about it, there's like one imposter out of 10 people or 2 out of 10 people. So the odds are against you as it is. But if you really wanted to be a bunch of assholes, and there's a lot of assholes out there, they just run around holding each other's pockets like they prison bitches. And if they're all in a big group like that, it don't matter, because you go to kill one and it's like, oh, everybody knows. And so if 2 of them or more know that they're not imposter, they just run around together, and that's not fair to the actual imposter. So to even things out for the imposter, I mean, sometimes you kill somebody, and if somebody else seen it, you got to be able to kill that other person real quick. Otherwise, you're almost doomed. So it gives a much more fair chance. Otherwise, you're running around for like half a minute to a minute, not being able to kill anybody, and then you got to pretend like, oh, I'm not an imposter, and the games take for fucking ever.
You really
Hold my
thought that through.
pocket.
Huh? I'm a
You
very
really thought
passionate
that
man. Honorable, full of passion. Dark side, no.
That's right. Hold my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about, I guess, strategy of the game. I haven't played that much to where I really have that much strategy, I guess. Does anybody have any strategies when they play this? Or are you just kind of like bullshitting around?
Oh shit! You're gonna do that to me right here in front of
Muff
everybody?
was chasing me. Muff.
What?
Muff?
I'm voting Muff. He was chasing
Fuck.
me like crazy.
Yeah, I'm chasing you, so that's how Melvin died. Fucking idiots.
Yes.
How the
Couldn't
fuck
get it.
did you convince everybody? What
All
in the
he-
fuck is that?
Oh, damn.
You
All he said
literally
was
convinced
black.
everybody.
That's it.
It's
You
gotta
say,
be Dark Side.
I'm chasing you. Nobody's dead while I'm chasing you. Somebody
It's
pops
Dark.
up
Dark Side
dead
chasing me.
with
Dark Side's
eyes.
You're
chasing
chasing me.
And you convince these fuckers to go.
God. It's always Dark Side or Muff every time.
Pretty
Can
much.
you do some dumbass shit like what you've just been done?
Yeah, it didn't make
Muff-
sense, Brian.
What? Muff was chasing me like crazy. That made sense to
How?
me.
Okay, how does that kill somebody in a completely different fucking room?
If Muff
I
was
don't know where
chasing you,
everyone's at. It happened so fast.
Muff's pissed. Typically, when I play, if I'm one of the crew members, I have tried in the past to do all the tasks, but the more I played, the less it really felt like it did anything. So I do Muff style, and I just run around in circles. And when I'm an imposter, I just wait till I see somebody's alone. Then I done had been killings.
Mm-hmm.
I like to wait a little bit before I just start, killing as an imposter. You just kind of throw people off. I don't want to come out the gate killing. You just kind of take your time, take it slow. You know,
Like a
let
serial
people,
killer.
Yeah. Watch
Melvin
everybody
likes a
run
little
around and panic.
foreplay.
Yeah.
Melvin likes a little foreplay before the murder.
Throw on some Boys to Men, walk around with somebody.
Jodeci.
Light some candles.
But yeah, I mean, it's all, you know, I feel like the game is most fun when you're actually, you know, talking to people and playing with other people, you know. They're really just, you know, saying shit to kind of throw them off, you know, just little stuff like, oh man, who was that guy? And he looks kind of suspicious. Just, you know, putting the blame off on other people. Really my strategy.
It is a lot more fun playing with all you guys than complete strangers, but I make my own fun. I just run laps the whole time, whether I'm imposter or not. I just run laps, don't talk shit. If there's pink when it's time to vote, I always vote pink, so that way I'm consistent. And last night was a great example. I played with a lot of the same people last night for about an hour, and I just keep running my laps. And then when I was imposter, anytime somebody thought I was suspect, the other one's just like, no, that's just Black. He just run around, don't do shit, don't talk nothing. And it worked out in my favor because I was just like, cut them on. I won. And it was just like, oh shit, I guess it was Black.
That's right.
And Muff, you seem to be the imposter like 75% of the time. Is that another setting that you add to the game, or how does that work?
That is not a setting. That only happens when you're in there.
I've never been the imposter, so I don't even know what it's like to be the imposter.
See, you're a horrible liar.
Yeah,
bitch.
you're a liar.
Oh,
Because
but
this
all
game.
my tasks, they're so far apart. God,
They were, man.
that pissed me
That's
off.
accurate. So
I think Melvin's the imposter. I'm guessing.
Is he pink?
No, he's green.
Doesn't matter. It's pink.
man, all my tasks are fucking not close.
You lying bitch. Tasks are not far at all. There's like every fucking 5 steps there's a task.
Oh, lights are out. Oh, report. Report what? Oh, Red's dead.
Where?
In the storage place.
Was Melvin by there?
I didn't see anyone. I was doing task.
Fuck you, Darkseid. Or did you mean the light blue?
No, I meant you.
Well, with everybody quitting, if we fuck this up, we lose.
Mm. Gotta be blue.
Unbelievable.
Shit, yes. Dude,
Unbelievable.
your fucking your task comment gave you away.
Why?
Nobody's got far. Oh, my tasks are so far away. No, they're not. They're literally like
Hey.
5 seconds from each other.
Hey,
No, they're
Muff,
not.
why you gotta call me out, man?
Because it's the stupidest fucking thing anybody could have fucking said.
Darkseid, Muff is the other imposter. Get him out of here.
Yeah,
How's that for
Fucking
calling
me.
someone out? Boot
Oh
Muff.
shit! Well, I'm dead now.
Muff is the imposter. Muff, you fucking asshole.
Cyan and Melvin walking around holding each other's fucking dicks, so you know that they always gonna catch whoever Ben had. Get it?
You just gotta kill one of them, right, Muff? And then it's over. Oh,
now
Muff, you're
now
fucked.
it's over because they called a fucking meeting.
You better blame them quick. You convince Melvin somehow.
Ducky knows, man.
Muff is just Muff says I'm an idiot while he just in silence is just fucking accepting the loss.
But yeah, that's the way to go. You
Melvin's
holding
like,
each
"Yep,
other's
right,
dicks.
We holding dick.
God, man. I say a comment, Muff calls me out, and then fucking blows the match.
You should have
you
got caught.
You freaking man. Let's run down the different ways that you can identify who the imposter is, like without just randomly picking who you think is sus. So you can see them kill somebody, obviously, and then also the imposter is the only person that can use the vent. So if you see an imposter go through a vent, that's a way that you can identify that they're the imposter. As Muff was saying before, there's certain tasks where if you see somebody doing it, there's a specific animation that shows. So if there's an imposter who's trying to fake that they're doing a task, which is something that some imposters may do to throw people off, if you see them faking a task and that animation doesn't happen, then that would mean they're the imposter. And then there's also that camera that you can look at. So there's certain parts of the level where if you kill somebody, you could potentially be on camera. So I guess if you memorize the level and where those camera points are, then it would be in your best interest to kill people when they're in, kind of a dead space where they couldn't be seen on camera. Is there any other way to identify who the imposter is?
You see him sabotage something.
Do you see? So can somebody explain how sabotaging works? I was not bullshitting earlier tonight when I really still don't know exactly how that works.
What's your question? Like,
how does sabotaging work?
Yeah,
So,
how does sabotaging work?
Sabotaging works in the same way that if you're looking to find your tasks on the map, you pull up the map and then you can choose something to sabotage and you just click on it.
You have to do it from the map, right? Like, you have to be in the area and do it from the map, I think.
Yeah.
But so it just literally screws with the crewmates, and they have to run to wherever you sabotaged and fix it. And I think some of them are actually critical where it'll end the game.
Yeah. So, Brian, like when all the lights go off and, you can't like see where you're going?
Yes, yeah.
So, that's somebody doing a sabotage.
But if I'm the imposter, which as I explained before, I've never been the imposter, so that's why I had this question. When I'm trying to sabotage something, you don't have to be near where you're doing the sabotaging, right? You just push anywhere on the map. Can people actually see that you've sabotaged it? So that's not an actual way that
I thought you had to be near, don't you, Darkseid?
I don't think you
do.
Near?
You do not have to be near it. I've sabotaged many things nowhere near it.
And it doesn't show anything to anybody when you sabotage something. I don't
believe so, no.
But how not near are you? Like across the map entirely, or like within the same room, or
across the map entirely?
Across the map. Okay, I didn't realize you could do that.
Yeah.
The most common one is the lights. People kill the lights a lot.
Right.
The oxygen and
the
oxygen
generator
is a decent one because you get people in two different spots. The generator, it gets everybody to the far left where if there's any stragglers, that's an easy kill. But the lights, by far, are the most common ones that people do.
And then the other thing that Muff was talking about, too, with his strategy with using the cameras to identify imposters. Go ahead and talk about that, Muff.
To get familiar with it, you can just play a couple games, not care about who's winning or what you're doing. Just go to the security cameras and just watch them, and you'll be able to see a good portion of the main hallways that you take to go from room to room, like the cafeteria to the upper engine, down to the lower engine, and the whole lap. So you'll see 4 different screens, and you start to pay attention to what colors go in and how many come out. So if, like, say blue, orange, and red go in, but only blue and red come out, and then all of a sudden orange is dead, you just realized it's blue and red, or blue and or red. Or if two go in, but 3 come out, then the third person that you didn't see go in vented into that room and they came out. So that's a good way of pinning down who the imposter might be.
Hey, Muff, can you re-explain that a little bit, but in terms of apples, please?
So, if Brian's bitch ass got 2 apples, and then he ate 5 apples, that don't mean that he had no 2 apples.
Well, I
That's a good
pulled
point.
3 apples out of my ass then because I only had 2, but I ate 5. That's interesting.
That is a typical weekend for you, Brian.
Yeah, I'm
Pulling
pretty
apples
sure
out
I've
of my
seen that
ass.
clip before, Brian. Yeah.
So maybe this is similar to what Muff was saying. Whenever somebody gets killed, there's a meeting, people always say, where did it happen? What is the point of that? Is that so people identify I know who was around that area?
Yeah.
'Cause I never know where anyone's
a
at.
lot of times, like, if somebody says, like, oh, I was in the cafeteria, and you know for a fact, like, you were actually in the cafeteria by yourself, you're like, dude, I was in there by myself. You weren't there. You know what I mean? That's kind of how you can single out people that are lying about where they were, I guess.
Yeah.
because I never seem to remember where I was.
Oh, yeah,
or
neither do I.
even if I report the body, I don't make a mental note of where I was at when I do it. And then people say, like, where was it? And I was like, I don't know. And then that's very, suspicious that
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where the hell
You
the
end up
body was.
Putting a target on your back if you type a lot. That's what I noticed.
Now, what I also notice is the people that do say where, I've noticed a lot of times
They're
the
the
first
imposter.
person to say where is the imposter a lot. So if Pink's not in the game, I will vote for that person. But if Pink is in the game, even if I know who the imposter is, I'm voting Pink.
Why do you hate Pink?
It's not that I hate Pink. I've got a great relationship with Pink and Brown both. But if I see Pink, I'm gonna vote Pink.
One of the other aspects of the game, navigation. Can anybody explain what the use is of that?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's like a terminal you go to, and it shows you the map, and it shows you, I think, how many players are in each area, but it doesn't show you the color of who's where. So I don't really know what navigation is used for. Has anybody ever used that before?
I've used it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Darcy.
I was just gonna say I've used it from time to time, and I have noticed people like disappear from a room and reappear in another room. So that the imposter used the vent and went from one place to the other, and so to kind of avoid that room or to go try to see who it is, if you're close by, so that you can report them.
When you're the imposter and you go into a vent, I've done that a few times. You can actually travel between vents underground or something. I haven't been able to move. I haven't really tried that hard though, but I don't know. I thought you were just like in the vent, hiding in the corner, then you jump out in the same vent.
You can definitely move around.
I didn't realize that. Maybe I need to put more hours in the game. Maybe 100 more hours.
Maybe 10. I don't know about 100.
That's gotta be the best, man.
Come
on. Going back to the mini games. So some of the mini games are, very simple, where you just push a button and then you wait 10 seconds for, a file to download or something. Another one, you're doing like a full body scan where you're pretty much not doing anything, but it takes 30 seconds. Another one, you're shooting asteroids. Another one is like a little game of like Simon Says. Do you guys have any favorite mini games? I guess, do you really not care about any of the mini games?
I like the ones that you just go and hit download and sit for a few seconds. To be quite honest. The one where you pull down the lever isn't too bad either. You like empty out the chute.
Yeah,
empty
pretty
out the
low
trash.
effort.
The one that's weird, like the one where you have to like pull out your credit card and swipe it. It like never works right.
Yeah, you got to do it just right.
That shit never works, man.
That's like the point of that mini game.
Either swiping too fast or swiping too slow.
There's a lot of fun little things on Pinterest about that.
Man. You gotta get your swipe on, bro.
The credit card one is kind of cool though. At the same time, like for a game this shitty, it seems pretty advanced.
To talk about the people who made the game a little bit, now that we've mentioned that it's shitty, so it was made by only 3 people. So I've got to imagine that after this is blown up, they have just been scrambling to either get more people involved or to kind of spruce things up. I know they've had issues with like hackers messing with the game, so they've got some account system that's coming out. I'm trying to think of any other company that would have had this small of a creator base to blow up to this level. I mean, like Minecraft, that was more gradually getting bigger, and then I'm sure they had just a ton more people like joining in that effort. But these people have to be just completely overwhelmed, I would think. I mean, I'm sure they're happy, but
yeah, I mean, I know, like we were talking, I think they were gonna make a part 2, but now they canceled it just to focus on part 1, right? Because it's so big now.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah.
Are these guys like rich now or what?
They've got to be, right? You would think.
Like Paranormal Activity, Rich. You start off small and all of a sudden it just explodes. Like, oh shit, going to a strip club as soon as COVID's over.
But the thing is, like, they have all these ads with like, I've never looked at one of those ads and said, oh shit, I might have to buy that. Like, what are these ads that?
I like some of those games though. The games that promoted on
Do
there.
you?
Yeah, it was like you gotta move like this bar to kind of get the water down. All of a sudden, this backfires, and then the farmer drowns. I'm like, ooh, I like that.
Have you actually downloaded any of those games that were in the ad?
No, I ain't rich. I'm good.
Yeah, the other free mobile games. I can understand you're not rich. You wouldn't download a free mobile game.
If they said free in the ad, then yeah, I'd totally go for it.
I guarantee all those games are free. That they're
They don't
advertising.
say free though. If you don't say free, then you ain't gonna get my attention.
You hear that, advertisers?
In all your commercials, say
Snapchat,
free.
So at least I can see and be like, hey, yeah, all right, that's free. I like it. I'm coming.
Muff, I don't want to know what free strip clubs you're going to. Those got to be some pretty pretty sketchy places.
They have microtransactions.
Bitcoin, man.
Then the maps. So there's 3 different maps in the game. I've played 95% of the games on the first map, which I think is called the Skeld. There's 2 other maps. One of them I think was more like outside. I don't even think I played the third map. Have you guys played any of the other maps? The other 2?
No, I have. It's because that whoever that Virgin guy, as you said, that made it big. What's his name? Because he
I
played
don't know
on
the
this.
guy's name.
No, the guy.
Oh, Soda Poppin'?
Yeah,
Soda
yeah,
Poppin'?
yeah, that guy.
John Among Us.
Is the reason that was he playing on this map that we're playing on all the time? Is that why everybody plays on this map?
I mean, I've
I
heard
don't
this
think you
map's
can-
the best
can-
one.
Can you choose the map when you set up the lobby
Yeah.
map?
Yeah, you can. You get to choose whichever one you want.
Like, why do no people pick the other maps? I just found out 2 days ago that there were other maps.
Yeah, I didn't know there were other maps either.
We tried it, I think, last week.
Yeah.
When we it just like so. This one is like a huge, almost like octagon type thing. The other one just seems a little bit more broken.
Yeah, it was like an M shape.
Yeah, so it's not as smooth. I mean, it's not that it wasn't fun. It's just definitely different setup.
So you hated that map, is what you're saying.
I hated that Brian was imposter with me, and he fucked us over.
Wait, when was this?
I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, now you don't remember this.
Brian
No,
was just saying he's never been the imposter. So
Yeah,
who's
that's
being
true.
the imposter right now, you know?
That's true.
Brian's the imposter.
He also says he's not a good liar.
That is
Yeah,
also
Darkseid
true.
lied and said he was a good guy, so who's the imposter?
I never said I was a good guy. I said I was a good lay.
You said Brian was a good guy. And you are a good lay, I'll give you that.
So that there's with some of the settings you can tweak. I know some people have made like a hide and seek game where I think the kill cooldown is as low as it can go, and it's kind of an honor system type thing to where you don't report who the imposter is, and then you're just like running around from the imposter. I guess has anybody tweaked any of the game settings to make like some of these custom games or no?
No.
So how does hide and seek work? You just hide until the killer comes find you? Like you can't move or something, or?
No, you can move, but I think the basis of that game is just you're running away from the killer. So it's almost like a game of tag, to where
Okay.
like you're not gonna eject the killer out if you see them. You're just gonna try and run away and be the last one standing.
Oh, so the killer's gonna win, but you
Yes,
just wanna
I
be the
believe
last
so.
one.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that's what I was playing, but I did go into a game to where there was like no vision, to where nobody could see anything, and that was actually kind of cool because you didn't know who was suspicious, who was killing whoever, and you couldn't see anything. But that was actually a nice little attempt to make it different. That wasn't so bad.
I had a quick question, Brian. Something that you mentioned earlier. You said people are hacking the game, like hacking it and doing what?
I know I played a game where like we just lost immediately, like, and the guy's name was Hacker, so I
Yeah.
assume he did something to it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know exactly what they're doing other than like just making it so they automatically win. Has anybody heard of like what the hackers actually do? But
And what's the
it's
benefit
pretty.
of that? Like, I don't get it. Like, why would you spend your time hacking a game that there's no ranking or anything? You just what's the
One
point?
time I went into Mupp's lobby, and there was like a spammer hacker or something. It ended up kicking us out of the game, but before it did that, it spammed the chat to follow some YouTuber or something until it kicked us out of the game. Now, that's
Soda
not related to what. Yeah, basically, but that's not related to what Melvin's asking. But like, people like to win, and they will cheat any way they can to win, and it's been like that since the dawn of time.
I mean, it's like when we're on Skype and we're, it's us and like one other random person. We're outing them as we play. I guess kind of similar to where
Yeah, I
you
guess.
mess with people because you can.
I've been in there in a time where, like, my color's black, but then there will be, like, another black. And it would be like, why are there two blacks? And then they go to vote, and all the votes are always on me. And it's just like, well, shit. So I've had that happen. As far as any other... It's just the only other annoying shit is you go in there, and everybody's like, what's your Snapchat? What's your Instagram? How old are you? Do you have a PP? Yeah? All right. And that shit's annoying.
Why do you keep asking them that then?
Because nobody plays hard to get. They're like, yeah, what's up?
So if you guys could make any improvements with this game, what kind of improvements would you make?
I would put it on Switch. With no
Yeah,
ads.
I would buy it on. So that kind of leads into another question. How much would you pay for this game? Like if it were on Switch, how much would you actually pay money for it?
Honestly, no more than like $5 tops.
Bucks max. Yeah, max.
Yeah, probably $5 or $6 on Switch. I would pay.
I would
I would
not
not-
pay $5 for the Switch version. I would pay $5 for the PlayStation or Xbox version.
Because of the graphics.
Well, yeah, one, graphics would be better, and the load times would be better, and you would have voice chat on the.
Would you have voice chat? There's no voice chat now, right?
There's voice chat versions.
You just create a party.
Is there?
Yeah.
Within the game, there's voice chat. I don't think there is.
On Steam?
Well, they would have it on the
I think they
Xbox
go
and the
on-
PlayStation.
They go on Discord for.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think the game has.
Fucking
voice chat.
bullshit Discord. Yeah, no.
Discord guys.
PlayStation and the Xbox would have voice chat. Also, I would want a couple quality of life improvements. One being where rather than having to type someone's name, you can just select from a list of options, that says, blue is sus or orange is sus or whatever.
Like macros.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
I'm so tired of people using the word sus. We need
Yeah.
a new word in that
It
game.
is kind of lame. Like,
It's a little too try hard, right?
yeah. What do you think the average age group is playing this game? It's got to skew pretty young, right?
I'd
Oh, yeah.
imagine.
Yeah,
8 to
15 and
72.
really. Any kid with a cell phone, man.
Melvin, Emil, your mic's real low.
Oh, it's probably any kid with a cell phone.
Emil with a cell phone. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
My mic is top notch, baby.
How long do you guys think this game will last? Like, how long do you think this popularity is sustainable? I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has. I think COVID has probably had a lot to do with its popularity and how it's lasted so long.
Oh, yeah. This is a great COVID game.
Yeah, like compare this to like a Fall Guys. Will this last as long as a Fall Guys?
Fall Guys is already done, right?
I think this
no,
replaced
dude.
Fall Guys from what.
Oh,
This-
Fall Guys is still going
Yeah.
strong.
No, you think this is bigger than Fall Guys?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy, dude.
Do you go on
That's
Reddit?
true, but yeah.
Dude, Among Us is all over Reddit. Fall Guys is like hardly mentioned on Reddit
Well,
now.
the thing is, Fall Guys was huge, and then Among Us came up and basically took over as the game to talk about.
I feel like Fall Guys has a lot more to it though, but yeah, I
Oh,
guess
probably
yeah,
does.
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
But Among Us is a new cult following or whatever. This is a new fad.
So like on Twitch right now, people are streaming Among Us more than Fall Guys.
I would
I don't
bet.
know.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Fall-
it's not going to last though, right? Like something else is going to replace it.
Something else
or-
will come along. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the next fad.
All right. Do you guys have any other final thoughts on Among Us?
I think the thing they have to do though is get this over to like consoles. I think that's the next big move for them to
I mean,
keep this
Pretty
sustainability,
crazy
right?
that they haven't. So
I think this would do awesome on console.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll really
Any of the three of them, if not all of them.
right.
oh, it's got to be all, and it's got to be cross-play with everything.
Yeah.
And then even like in let's say in 2022 they come out with Among Us 2. I mean this one was such a big hit that's gonna instantly take off, right?
Well, I heard-
I don't know.
Are they planning on making a sequel? Because I heard that they were diverting resources to not make a sequel or something.
At some point I'm sure they are though because this is too big of a hit not to make a sequel. They probably have some
Trying to
stuff
milk on
planned.
like Mario, right? Like the first one did well, so they try to milk the franchise.
What about World of Warcraft? That's only had one, right? And they just build upon that.
World of Warcraft was after the Warcraft RTS games, though.
Yeah, but it's like a separate thing there. But I mean,
It's
they
the
never
same
made
universe,
they never made
you know?
World of Warcraft 2.
That's true. You're right.
Damn.
But they kept
I'm
adding
right, guys.
expansions, though.
Yeah, they did. Which
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't-
maybe they'll do that with Among Us. I don't know.
Like a lot of even those MMOs, like they'll have a sequel at some point. And World of Warcraft did not do that.
But I mean, I think this is kind of a flash in the pan. I think once this loses popularity, I don't see a sequel kind of like revamping it and getting everybody
Well,
else on board. I mean,
it
maybe
wouldn't
I'm
be.
wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't see it being like super successful, but it'll ride the wave of the first one if they do make a sequel. You know, it
People-
won't be like everybody won't get it, but some people might recognize it and be like, "Oh, I gotta try it," and it's gonna suck. You know.
People thought Mario would die, man. And look at Mario 30 years later, 35 years later.
Who thought Mario would die?
Everybody
Isn't-
35
Tell
years
me
ago.
their name.
Isn't Mario dead already? I thought.
Didn't Miyamoto think it was gonna die?
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Are they still making Mario games, or are they just making the same one over and over again?
They're just porting the same game over and over.
Game
I
is
mean, they
lost.
haven't. I guess they did make a new one a few years ago. I was gonna say they haven't made one in a long time, but they keep porting so many games, it's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
It really is. I forgot
How long will you guys personally play Among Us? Like, Muff, you're gonna ride this out for another couple of months?
I don't know.
Here's the thing.
So,
Muff throws a code in the chat. I'll jump in one out of every like 3 times.
that's fair.
The cool thing about the game is you can just pick up and play it and stop whenever, So
Yeah.
I see, and I like that's why I played Clash for the last 4 years, is because I can jump on 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and I'll be done, and it got the fix and back to work. So
yeah, it's like you can jump on and you know where you're at. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not like you're like, oh, what do I got to do? Just kind of.
it's not overly
I
complicated.
mean,
and-
it's a
Right.
shit game you play with your friends, you know.
That's a good summary.
I've never played it without you guys, so yeah, I don't.
That should be a
disagree.
tagline. That should be the tagline.
Yeah.
Shit game you play with
Right,
friends.
should
Among
lead
Us
us to that.
shit game.
Shit game where you can play with friends.
a shit game that you guys all voted to talk about, man. How did that happen? Oh my goodness.
what did you vote for?
Probably Mario, some Mario bullshit, probably.
So how long was Among Us out before it exploded?
It came out like I think it was June 15th, 2018. So it was almost 2 full years.
2 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Which
yeah.
I mean, Fortnite had the same thing, but Fortnite also changed its game mode dramatically. It wasn't just like the same game that all of a sudden got popular. They added that battle royale feature, and that's when it took off. Where
And-
Among Us, they didn't change anything; it just went viral.
And
That's great.
Epic has Fortnite, right? That company's already big.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What if they do like an Among Us battle royale, dude?
Then I won't play it for sure.
That would be wild, man.
That'd just be everybody would be an imposter, right?
No, like what if it's like 50
Yeah.
people and 5 imposters and just run wild?
That
Freaking slasher
I would
movie.
play that. That sounds
That would
fun.
be kind of fun, right?
That would
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
that'd be pretty cool.
They'd have to make the map huge though. Like a
Yeah.
map like
Yeah.
that would look
Yeah,
like.
map would be huge, and you couldn't play for like half an hour. You'd probably play longer than that.
We should make a game, man.
Let's just copy their source code.
Among the beats.
Hit the plus button on the
Copy
the
their
character
source code.
limit.
Among
Just
the beats.
put our
The
faces on it.
tasks are little mini games that you gotta beat, and then you gotta talk about them.
Right.
You smoking a hookah and stuff in the one of the mini games.
Hey, just gotta have a good soundtrack. We can make it work.
All right. Anybody else have any last thoughts on Among Us?
Nope.
Stop quitting. Don't join a game and quit just because you're not imposter, bitches.
Yeah,
Those got to be little kids that do that.
Oh, I don't know.
I got one more
Is
question.
that what you're doing all the
Do
time,
you
Brian?
think-
I'm never the imposter, so I don't do that.
Do you guys think Among Us will replace Mario?
It already has,
I don't
baby.
think so.
Who's Mario?
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Mario
What's
Mario
the bigger game right now? Among Us
Mario
or Mario
Andretti?
35?
Oh, yeah. That's a good
Among Us is
Among
bigger than
Us.
Mario 35. What's going to be remembered 5 years from now, Mario or Among Us? I don't even
Among
need
Us.
to answer that.
Among Us 2.
Wait,
Right.
Mario 35 or Among Us? Among Us will be more remembered than Mario 35.
Yeah, I wasn't
100%.
saying Mario. I was saying Mario in general.
Oh,
not-
okay.
Not Mario 35.
Yeah.
I got to frame it so that I win every argument.
Yeah. No, I can agree with that. I get that.
So who's the imposter, Brian?
It was you, Emil. You were the imposter. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
You
So
won,
that's
man.
science.
I won.
looking at
I
that
won.
hoodie.
I won, man. Throw on the hoodie. I'm blue.
All right, Muff, you want to run down where people can find us?
Beat of the Months at Twitter, Facebook, Beat of the Month, Instagram, Beat of the Month, Gmail, Beat of the Month.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. This has been Beat of the Month podcast. In 2 weeks, please stay tuned. We're doing Movember month. So any game that features the main character that has a mustache, we're playing through those games for the month of November for No Shave November. So check in 2 weeks. Give us a listen. We'll run down our favorite games of the mustache of all time. It's going to be a lot of Mario. It's going to be a great time. So until then, thanks for listening, and we will catch you next time.
Beat of the month. Beat of the month. Gotta have me my beat of the month. Beat of the month.
What bothers me is people don't think about the math. Be like, say if there's 5 of you and you're playing 2 imposters and there's 5 people left and they're like, oh, let's just skip. No, dumbasses, because then they can kill one person right in front of you and they win. So you at that point have to vote somebody. And it's just like, no, we'll skip. And of course the 2 imposters are like, yeah, that's a good idea. We should probably skip.
When I walk beside Muff, I am the better man. You ain't gonna vote me.
I'll vote you.
Man, all my tasks are spaced far apart.
That's the shit that gets you. You fucked us last time when you was my partner imposter. You say them dumbass shit.
It's because I'm a bad liar.